Look at all these. And the tabaki, or I don't know how to say it properly. But basically, so they have like cigarettes and like the lottery and like, you know, things. So anywho, I'm gonna head back now. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can fit this bag inside my actual handbag because I can't bother. I don't trust this bag. Bear with me a second. That was cheating. People are crossing the road even though they're not. People are driving, sorry, across the road. Drivers, even though they're not supposed to be. Because it's the green light for the passengers, the freaking pedestrians. There we go. Anyway, so I'm heading back because we're going to be leaving in about 40 minutes. I don't really necessarily care to have breakfast. I would love to have some coffee though, like 3 shots worth of espresso. And yeah, but like, it's quite good pricing there. Aperitivo. Also, if you guys want to know what an aperitivo is, because I haven't actually explained it, basically, it's like if you go out and you order like, say like a spritz, right? Like an Aperol spritz, a Campari spritz, all these types of drinks. And then they just bring out like kind of like charcuterie board vibes-ish. So they'll have like maybe focaccia or like these like little mini pizzas or some crisps or some nuts, some olives, some like meats, you know what I mean? That's what's an aperitivo. You have some food with your drinks. So a lot of places, when you order, depending on the type of place and depending on whatever they offer differing degrees. But essentially, you get given... Am I going... Oh my gosh, okay, this is where I'm going. Thought I was going to get lost. I'm not lost. Technically, I should be able to cross, but this is a city, so we'll just hope for the best. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Because I was looking straight forward, I was thinking, where's that going? But no, I needed to go left here. And then back up the hill. Yeah, this way, perfect. But yeah, so that's an aperitivo, which I actually honestly love. I feel like it's like the perfect it's the perfect vibe for like going out with people. Let me show you the other side since you can't see my face anyway. All right. So I'm heading this way. So if you remember yesterday, I showed on a hill where you could see mountains behind. So that's where I've just been, over there. Down there, and I went right. So if I walk straight all the way up here, eventually I'm going to find myself at the pharmacy again. And then the hotel. So, yeah. Stunning. I'm just on this bridge now. Look at the view here. Incredible. Honestly, the locations we've been at this time around and like what's been walking distance from the hotels has been insane. Because it hasn't been like that every time. Sometimes we're like in the middle of nowhere. There's people living their lives. I assume they're bringing stuff to this like furniture shop. So, and back over we go. So we know this bit where I'm going now. So anyways, to wrap up what I was saying earlier about this whole generational thing, I'll be honest, you guys, my take on everything is that, as I've said many a time, we've all been through stuff, and I feel like rather than coming up against each other, we should actually support each other. But in order for us to be able to actually do that in a healthy way, everybody needs to take some more accountability. And like from where I'm standing, it seems like I feel like maybe I'm just tougher than a lot of the adult population at this point for all the excuses that other people are making for themselves. Because I'm not making excuses. I'm not making not one excuse. And somehow all that happens with that is it just backfires on me. Because then it's like, oh, you're the mature, responsible one. You're the one who's taking accountability. Let's throw even more things onto your plate for you to have to deal with. And it's just really frustrating. And I'm like, this is why, I don't know. Like I said, I wish we could all, by we all, I honestly mean everybody else, because I mean, I'm prepared. Hey, I'm in here singing teamwork, 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 and especially like being with my friend who's obviously, she's actually the same exact age as my mum, by the way, which is quite ironic. But, because of where we're at in life and how we have different life experiences, obviously there's areas and ways in which we can clash, but actually there's so many more ways where we are a great team, because for just a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things she tells me about that I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know that this happened, or whatever, or stuff that she's known, had lots of experience with. And there's things where like that I know about or that I go through, and she's like never heard about it, and she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And it just goes to show that we're better off as a team, as people, than we are against each other. But like, I'm just honestly getting sick, like I said, of like my life. I feel like my life is already having to baby the adult population. Can I be so honest? And I'm just tired of it. But I've always had to baby adults. That's why, again, I don't see why adults have all this pride as if they're that different to children. Because I'm like, well, you're just the same. You need all the coddling. In fact, you need more coddling. Actually, it's easier to be honest with children. Directly honest, because if they can tell you being honest out of love, they'll take it. You could do the same with adults. You could walk on every eggshell and still be wrong. And then obviously the easiest and cheapest shot to take out on you is just simply to go for your age. Because it's something you can't say, right? Because respect your elders. Anyways, I'm nearly back at the hotel, so let's see what's going on. If I'm going to get any breakfast, or if we're going to be heading off soon. But I reckon I'll probably be able to swing some breakfast. I'll probably grab my stuff and then come for breakfast if there is still that happening. So yeah, the van isn't here, so I presume he's out dropping people off. By he, I mean my friend's husband, who's also the one who actually chose where this hotel is, and the last one, and shout outs to him for being the real MVP. So you guys, the timing could not have worked out better, because just as I was getting into the elevator, I bumped into one of the girls, and so I was like, hey, can you literally just wait like 1 second while I just drop my bag off, the stuff I bought, because she's on her way to breakfast, which is honestly perfect. So, because the guy told me you got to basically like walk around the corner, which is fine, but I like doing things with we're going with an Italian speaker because they know what they're talking about. Sorry, I'm just spraying myself with some deodorant because it's really hot. Because it's Italy. All right, perfect. So all I have to do is, when I get back, throw that bag in my other bag and grab the other bag, and I'm good to go. Make sure I've got my keys here. All right. I'm going for the stairs. Honestly, it's going to be quicker. Yeah, door's closed. But yeah. How nice is that? Perfect timing. And breakfast is going to be closing in 35 minutes, but I've done all that I wanted to do at this point, so I feel happy, and I took some time out to myself, so I'm just gonna, you see, this is way quicker than the lift. I would have had to wait all the time for it to come all the way up, or I don't know, probably on the top floor still. But this is way quicker. Yay. Alrighty. So I'll see you guys at breakfast. So tea. My extremely random breakfast plate with, I'm just waiting for them to bring out some fruit, some more fruit. Okie dokie, so I have just left my hotel room and I'm heading to the van because we are leaving in a couple minutes. And bye bye to Reno. I can't believe that. It's been less than 24 hours here, but it's been good. It's been amazing. And honestly, everybody's so sweet. And I really feel like it really does feel like a family now. Like us doing all this together, especially because you go through so many highs and lows. It's just, it's a different experience. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing the guys again and doing it all again. But anyways, I'm heading to the van and I need to edit this journey because I have no storage. I have 2 hours worth of footage from yesterday. 2 hours. That's the longest I've had on any day, including the day when I did the long one. So there's that. Anyway, this is just the reception with our little friend here. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, bello. And out we go. Hotel Boston. What is up, winning team? So I am at the restaurant with Decca. There's my friend's daughter right there. I came to surprise her. She also works here. She's been away at her nonna's while we've been here, while we've been out, and we just had, I just had picanha, some vegetables, and this incredible prosecco, which I'm trying to get at least a little bit more before we leave. Yeah, we're gonna go on to the day. I'm gonna go with my friend's got an appointment, you know, beauty appointment, you know how we do, and her daughter's got to grab her stuff from her nonna's house. So I'm gonna go with her daughter because I was like, hey, I'll go with her. We can grab her stuff while her mum goes to get her treatment. And then we got things to do. So yeah, day 6 is my last full day here, which is so sad. But it's a blessing. And I'm happy to be here. So anyways, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to ask for a little bit more Prosecco, just a little bit. Because I really like it. Ciao. What is that winning team? So I had to come on here because this is insane, right? So basically, I said to my friend, she was like, what do you want to do this evening? Because it's my last night here and I'm downstairs in the apartment in the kitchen. And I was like, we can just like chill here because like we've been so busy like performing and it's just a lot. And like, especially for her and her husband, they work so hard. I was like, we don't have to go out. She's like, I can take you out. I'm like, no. Let's just like have something nice here. Anyway, she was like, well, what do you want to drink? Do you want to take a bottle home with you? Well, so I decided, obviously her friend who I've met, who I went to the vineyard of their family, owns the brand Monsupello, one of the best wines in the world. And so basically I've decided that I chose, and I can't believe this is insane, we're having this one for us to just chill together, which is the Natur Monsupello, which is insane. I don't know how much these things cost, guys, but I'm going to figure it out for when I make this video. And I said to her, I'll take this one home if I can, the rosé, because like ain't no rosé like this one. I'd never drink rosé because it doesn't taste like wine. But this one I tried, if it's not this one, I think it's the other, I think it was this one, is the one they voted #1 in the world. So that's kind of crazy. Anyway, she was like, go and put that in the freezer because she's about to give her dog a wash because her dog's just been at the doggy daycare while we were away. Her dogs, they have 3. So that's what we're about to do now. So there goes the Monsupello Natur in the freezer. And I'm taking this with me home. That's crazy. So here I go, putting it in here. And then I'm going to change back into my vest top, because I changed because I thought we were going out to drop off her daughter, but her husband came back and he's dropping her off. So I'm going to change my top. I'm going to head up and then we're just going to vibe for the last night. So the light is off. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's such a blessing. And like, I have so much to say that I'll come back to. But yeah, you guys, it's just like, anyway, life's a game. What is up, winning team? I feel like I have to pop in to say something because this is really important. And I am currently at my friend's house still. And we're just going to bed. What's the time? It's late and she's tired. And to be honest with you, I want to talk about this because this situation is exactly the type of situation I live by every day. And I'm now going to share it with you all because now I can prove that I'm not crazy, right? So my friend, it's my last night here, and she was like, is there anything I can pray for you for? Whatever. So I brought up a few things and a few people and we got into it. And then when I told her the truth about like things that have happened to me in my life, she was kind of like, oh. And she was like, oh, is that what really happened? I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. She's like, oh. And she kind of reacted in such a way where she couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, no one would believe it. And I was trying to explain to her that, because we're talking about certain biblical scriptures, and I was explaining to her that, like, in me trying to actually, like, honor certain biblical scriptures, it actually means that I don't get to express my experience to people because I'm having to kind of like, it's almost like it's me versus others. So for example, like let's say somebody cheated on me, right? Which is not what we were talking about at all. But like if the Bible says, I don't know. But anyway, so like let's say the Bible says you should forgive cheaters or something. I was basically saying to her that like I get that the scriptures say I should forgive cheaters, but like at what point do the cheaters, even if the Bible also says that cheating is wrong, at what point do we hold the cheaters accountable for cheating when the Bible also says to forgive cheaters? And like whose opinion matters more and whose experience? And that was basically the conversation. And yeah, she was out of her depth. And honestly, that made me feel a lot better because I was kind of like, exactly. That's the story of my life. This is why I say my life is a tragedy, because if I was to share with everybody what I really have been through in my life in like clear English, like I did with her, and I said to her, I was like, look, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to just tell you exactly what has happened and exactly everything without holding back. Once I did, she was like, and I was like, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you, like all along, like this is why, because like even with her, like I've said to her, like, I haven't been a great friend, I've not been always available, and I'm not always like proactive in responding to messages and stuff. And I just explained to her why that was, like in very plain and clear English. It's like there's not some big huge reason, it's just like, and once I did, she kind of got it, like that there is no real winning, and like for me as far as certain things. And so anyway, I'm going to leave. What else happened today? So we left Torino. We came back. I went to Muteca. I had the picanha and some roasted vegetables. We met her daughter there. Went to her daughter's nonna's house, her husband's mum's house. Grabbed her daughter's stuff because she's been there while we've been away. Came back, her dog, they brought the dogs back, which is why we can hear King and Gucci in the outside. I love King and Gucci outside. So they got 3 dogs. Candy, who lives inside, King Gucci are outside, and King Gucci are German Shepherds. And Candy, I can't remember what she is, but anyways, I love the dogs. The dogs love me as well, like every time I see them. In fact, Candy actually came straight up to me first today, after she got home, which is cool. She's so cute. I can't remember what she is, but she's like a tiny little dog, and she's like white and fluffy. And then me and her had dinner. Yeah, we had Mediterranean. She made Mediterranean salad while we watched a sermon, a message from literally the man of God. That was the reason we became friends. So yeah, we watched a word by him, and he was talking about certain things. And then she asked me, like, is there anything you want me to pray for? And I just decided I was going to just say everything as true as it was for everything. And yeah, it was above. The thing is,
I know that like what I've been through is just extreme. And like I just think when I say that, people think I'm being dramatic, and like, but I'm not. I'm telling the truth. It's just that like people are used to people that call non-extreme things extreme. So anyway, um yeah, at the end of it she was like, she had nothing to say. And honestly, that was a good reaction for me, because it's like, good, because not because I want her to have nothing to say, but just so it's like, but so you get that there is nothing to say. Like, I'm not being unreasonable, because I really feel like I've been trying so hard to be reasonable about all this stuff that's happening. I've been trying so hard to like have the grace for people that people need to have, and like pray for others and all this stuff. And I'm just like, God, I don't know what else I'm not doing. Like, how can I still be the person in the wrong in all of this? And I feel like the conversation showed me that like I'm not the one who's still in the wrong. Like, I really am doing everything I possibly can do. Like, I'm trying my best. I'm trying. Like, I'm so trying. Like, I don't have an ill wish or ill will for anybody. I don't want to see anybody torn down. I don't want to see anybody failing at anything. I'm trying my best. So when she kind of, we had this conversation and she realized that like I'm not harboring any resentment or unforgiveness in my heart. I'm just trying to live and survive, and like the only reason I'm even talking about it is because the things that are happening are enabling me from being able, or disabling me from being able to live and survive. And I feel like she got it. So anyway, that was me really pushing myself out of my comfort zone and sharing quite a lot. And I shared more with her than I've ever shared with anybody about like the things that I've been through, to be honest with you, because like, you know, again, the main reason is exactly what I was saying to her. I was like, the reason I don't share my story is because if I share my story or if I don't, it's always either people get to hear my story or people get to hear somebody else's story. And it's like, I am being told basically that I shouldn't share my own story and that my story isn't one to be shared. And it's like, okay, but like, I'm just trying to say that like, people should stop telling me I should share my story when the story I might share might not necessarily look good on other people. Anyways, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pack my suitcase because we're gonna leave in the morning, and I just want to kind of leave smoothly. So I can have some. I've got some soda water, which I'm gonna put in the fridge and everything. But yeah, guys, I said what I had to say, and it exhausted her. And honestly, I'm glad that it did, because I feel like when I say the stuff that I say to you guys on the internet and in the world, people just don't take me seriously. Like I was saying, like people don't understand. And she even said when I was like explaining to her the things that I go through, and like she's like, oh wow, that's an immense amount of pressure to be under. Like, and I'm like, yeah, but no one takes it seriously because I just take it too well in my stride. I just make it look too easy, and people just think that like I can't be going through that much. And she was like, she got it like finally, that like, oh, that's extreme. And I was like, thank you for acknowledging that. Like, I'm not just crazy, I'm not just making stuff up. What I'm going through is not easy, and it's on the extreme. So anyways, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pack all my stuff, I'm gonna make sure everything's packed so that in the morning I can just take my bags out and go, because I'm gonna have to leave early. Guys, I can't believe this is the end of the Italy trip. I'm so grateful though, because honestly, like whatever the Lord had to achieve with me in this trip has been achieved. My faith is through the roof and my confidence is where it needs to be. Like I'm more sure than ever that like what I believe about the Lord and the relationship we have is so real, and everything everyone's telling me or other people told me like, yeah, like is wrong, because it's real. So anyway, you guys, if life's a game, let's play to it. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you in my next one. Sweet. You want me to take a picture? Actually, yeah, if you don't mind. What is up, winning team? Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 7. I don't know what to say. This is my last. I'm actually on the way to the airport now. I'm in the train, got my luggage and everything, and I'm about to go to Milan to then get to Milano Malpensa airport, and I'm leaving Italy. And I honestly can't believe it. It's been, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, every time, sorry guys, I'm so like aloof.
There's 3 floors, you see. Double floor, middle floor, third floor. And I'm standing off at the next stop. Okay, I need to find my train because everything's running late. Pensa, 11:03, XP1. Doesn't say which platform yet. What is up, winning team? So, I'm now at Milano Orisa station. My train is not for 10 minutes. It doesn't say what the platform is going to be. I'm trying to find a store where I can buy some things. So that's basically what I'm going to do. See if I can buy myself a snack or something. Especially before I get to the airport, where we all know it's just going to be expensive for absolutely no good reason. Uh, until I get through all the security and yada yada yada. So I am going to see if I can grab something while I'm in the station. Yeah, guys, honestly, I'm feeling like a new woman. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but let's just say, it doesn't say which platform. Let's just say, Milano Centrale. No, still doesn't say from our friends are. Anyway, I'm honestly going to go out and come back, see if I can grab something, because I want to. Alright, so let's go in there. Also, I just remembered I actually have snacks on me. So what am I talking about? Yeah, no, there's not going to be anything here. Okay, so I'm going to just. And I'm at the airport. There's the Sheraton. And I'm heading over to the terminal. Can you imagine, guys? It's already over. This is insane. So, this is Malpensa. It's busy in the airport. What is up? Winning team. Hello, guys. I am in the airport at Milano Malpensa. And going to the check-in to check in my bag. But yeah, I made it. Praise Jesus. I don't know why I'm saying it as if like I wouldn't make it, but I'm paranoid about everything, you guys. I'm literally paranoid about everything. I'm coming to realize that it's a problem. That I'm just so fearful of so many things for no good reason. Oh my gosh, the little baby. I can check in my bag. And then I have things I need to do. I gotta edit the thumbnail for yesterday's videos. They're edited and uploaded already, praise Jesus. The videos of yesterday. So I just need to do a thumbnail. So I'm gonna see if I can drop off my bag. Does that make my life easier? And then if yes, I will be working. I got work to do. I got my laptop. So, my goodness, I'll show you guys. Hold on, I'm walking up to the window. To the window! To the wall! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. I want to cry. I love the aeroplanes. Can you imagine if I write a song again, guys? The last time I was in Milan. Look, it's the airplanes. And there it goes. We got to take off. Let's see if we can catch it. Taking off. There it is. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a safe flight in the name of Jesus. Here we are in the airport. I don't know. I want to utilize every moment that I'm still in this country and I'm still in a place of, tranquility to do as many things as possible. before I dive back into the lion's den. And just like that, it's all over. I'm on my way back now. I'm at the airport. And yeah, honestly, I'm gonna spend like about an hour or so, I think, just thinking, because I need to like decompress and like, I don't know, I feel, I don't know. You see, I need to take some time. In the name of faith, basically, my prayer to the Lord has been that, look, Lord, please do not like bring me anything to do with my winning season unless like we're in it. Like, I don't want to have to go back to my old living. And I'm not talking about location or anything like that. I'm talking about just being under constant spiritual attack. Like, and that's what I'm thinking about now. I'm just hoping, like, God, please let this be over with. Like, let this just truly be the winning season, because, you know, now that I've spent all this time, like, at my friend's house amongst good people, it just reminds me that, like, when I'm not under fire, like how I am, like, I can actually be okay. Like, the reason why I'm not functioning like this, how you guys have probably seen me over the last week, is because I'm literally spending all of my energy just trying to survive, like, dealing with facing up to all these demons and nobody else dealt with, and it takes everything out of me. So being able to not have to focus as much on that has been why I've been able to like be more engaged. And like, this is what I'm trying to say, like, now you can, hopefully you guys can see when I'm telling you that I'm going through it, when I'm telling you guys before I left when I'm going through it, now you can see what it's like when I'm not going through it, and hopefully now it'll actually hit harder what I meant when I said I was going through it. Anyways, who knew they had Pret in Italy? Sometimes I forget that I'm like in Europe, and obviously like in Europe a lot of European things are the same. Like, I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, yeah, where am I going? Do I need to go down another floor? Departures, there's a chapel. I'm tempted to go there because I've got a bit of time. I'm curious the chapel. No. 20 bus, airport bus, train. So maybe I should go where the train bit is, because I did come in on the train. So don't call me up. We're going back up now. Those of you who are spiritually aware, I know there's a lot of you guys who are spiritually awake. So that's why I still say things in a vague sense, because I know that for some of you, you're going to understand what I'm saying without me having to say it, because on a spiritual level, you know, the Bible says my sheep hear my voice. I know you guys know what I'm saying without me having to say it, which, praise Jesus. It's just a blessing. Like, it's so hard. Like, can I just say something quickly before I disappear off the ether? Can I just say that, listen, pray for the people you care about. Like, pray for the people you care about, and don't pray, I hope they change this, change that. Pray for their salvation, because you know something? We can all, whatever happens here, it matters and it doesn't, right? Because ultimately, we're going to spend eternity, which is so much longer than where we're at right now in heaven. So please, guys, or hell, pray for the people you know, pray for their salvation, pray that they would receive Christ. You know what I'm saying? And have faith as well. Like, don't try to shove it down people's throats. Trust the Lord that, like, God is listening to our prayers. He knows what we're saying, and he cares about what we care about. And if you care about somebody, trust me, God cares a billion times more than you actually care. So just keep praying for people and keep warring on their behalf. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, whatever happens here, honestly, doesn't even really matter. Like, obviously, the Lord has placed us here with our own gifts, talents, like missions. But, like, the important thing to do for us is, like, salvation. So pray for the salvation of the people, everybody, like literally everybody and anyone, like, because yeah, when the season, just like any good parent, right? Any good parent eventually has to show their dominance and has to show their like power for the sake of the children, and God has to do the same thing. So like, let's not get caught up in pride. Let's not forget, like, pray for people. So anyways, guys, you guys remember this from last year? Isn't it crazy that I was here this time last year? Do you guys remember this? It's the Last Supper and there's Christ and this whole art piece. Do you guys remember? If you want to know the details, you need to go watch the Italy vlogs from last year. But I read the whole thing. So I'm at security now. can I just say, security, I don't have to do the whole put on my 100 meals. I just say this whole security thing after 9/11 thing is all a scam. I truly believe it's just another excuse for them to take, for them, they, to have our information, just like how I feel like electric cars are just another excuse to have all this information and power. Again, like, why do I have to do all this? They're going to check my bag, they're going to check what's in there. Why? Oh, for security. Security or surveillance? Security or surveillance, like, let's be so real. So, I don't trust anything in this world, I don't trust anyone here in this planet, I don't trust this planet. I don't, like, I was going to say I don't know why I'm here, that's a lie. Yeah, so I'm at security anyway. Okay, so I just got through security and now I'm heading down to the gate. I can't believe this, guys. My life is like a movie, I feel like. And it's one of those movies, like, it's good if it was a movie, but because it's my real life, it sucks. Because, no, like, one of the things I realized in this whole trip is that I truly believe no one would ever really believe my story, like, because it just sounds insane. If you guys knew the fine details, like, my life is just genuinely like a movie. Anyway, okay, I'm trying, you guys. Also, I never mentioned this before, but I'll say it now. So the reason why I've, like, really tried with the Italian now is because Francesca, did I edit this in the video? Can't remember, but anyway, Francesca basically was like, girl, next time you come to Italy, you need to know some more Italian, like. So because of that, hence why I now have been trying so hard, because she was like, you can't keep coming to Italy and you speak Italian, which is fair. So thanks to Francesca is why I've really delved in, because she was like, girl, and I think she honestly was proud of me, because she's asked me, she's like, so what have you learned in Italian? And I was telling her all the different things I learned in Italian, and she was like, oh, she's quite impressed. So yeah, I'm happy. And I love people like that. I've said this to you guys. The best kind of people you can have in your life are people that challenge you to do better within yourself. And, like, if she hadn't said that, and she hadn't been such a beautiful person, she's so lovely, I wouldn't have cared to have tried to pick up the language as much. But because of who she is and the fact that she was like, you really should be trying more with the Italian, like, and it's her, like, I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, I should make more of an effort. This is my third time coming. She's like, next time you better know more. You should know more. And I was like, you know what? You're so real for that, and I appreciate people like that. So thank you to Francesca, her, and I think it was Paul as well. They're like the older peeps, and I respect them so much, and I'm so grateful to them, because they're like the kind of older people that try to test our gate. Okay, it's about to tell us the gate. They're the kind of people that, like, as older people for me, like, they're a couple decades older than I am, try to, like, help you to be better, as opposed to just judging you and talking down at you and being condescending or patronizing. So I really appreciate their advice, and they were the ones, like, it was mainly her, but also him a little bit, like, you need to try it, like, you should make more of an effort with the Italian. And so I have. And Paul is actually also from England, funnily enough. He moved when he was really young. I don't know about Francesca, I think she's always been in Italy. But yeah, so, like, those guys, and they've been the OGs. We've all been there since day one. So this is the third year we've seen each other, and I love them. They're just amazing. So I'm so grateful for that. And also, that was the kick I needed up the butt to be like, yeah, I should really take the language more seriously if I'm going to be here so much. As I have been, who knows if I'll be back. Just waiting for gate info. Attesa gate. Just let me know where I gotta be, man. I'm ready. But yeah, so they're the reason. She's the reason why I was like, I gotta get serious this year. So I started practicing beforehand, and I've been pushing myself. I hate to do things I'm not good at. You guys know that. I've said that before. But because of what she said, I was like, you're right. You know what I mean? So I have, and I am. And I'm trying my best. And the more time I spend here, I was explaining to them, and they even agreed. Even my friend was like, it's best to just be immersed in it more than trying to learn it from outside. Because trying to learn it from outside is really hard. But when I'm just there and everybody's talking, and I'm just, like, having conversations, like, even now having conversations, like, obviously everybody that works in the airport can speak English. But I try to speak to them in Italian for the most part, because I'm like I'm trying to learn the language, you know what I'm saying? So it's better to, like, be here and be, like, in the thick of it, and, like, the difficulty of like trying to speak the language than it is to try and like learn it while I'm by myself. So I've learned so much more Italian being here amongst the Italians than I have trying to learn Italian before I came, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm gonna go. We're waiting for the gate info. We should be now. We're still waiting for the gate. Anyway, in the meantime, kid you not, this guy just asked me for my number, like in the airport. Like, what? I think there's something wrong with men, honestly. Like, I don't think they're okay in the head. I don't think they're okay, because why are you approaching me of all the women in this world that you've ever seen? And he was like, oh. Anyway. Hello, everybody. So, our flight is about half an hour late. So we just got the freaking gate number, whatever, which honestly, at first I was all like, God, please bring the flight. Like, I just want to get on the plane. Like, I'm so tired at this point. But then I was like, I was reminded of the service on Sunday where the pastor was like, sometimes we're praying for things and God is doing things in a certain way for a reason. So then in the end, I just decided to pray for the flight itself. In the end, like for the plane, for the pilots, for everybody who's on there right now, like if they have any issues or I don't know what's going on. So I decided to pray for that instead, because I was like, I'm here like, God, bring the flight. I'm getting annoyed. But it's like, no, because maybe there's something like really seriously wrong, you know, why they were delayed half an hour, and we should pray for the people. So that's what I did. And not long after that, the plane, obviously now we have our gate, so that's where I'm headed. I'm at the gate. As you can see, we are delayed. Oh. Is that Ryanair plane right here? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see when we get out there. But yeah, what is that winning team? We are back in the United of Kingdoms, and it's still warm here. Like, I don't know how to feel, you guys. I don't know how to feel while being back in the UK. I'm back in the UK, back in England. So yeah. I'm in such a strange mood, guys. I don't know what it is, but I'm just in a strange, freaking mood. Anywho, back in London, Stansted Airport. My favourite, well, it's not my favourite airport actually. I don't have a favourite, but anyway. So yeah, we're there. And shout out to the crew. Our flight was 2 hours delayed because they had some issue and they had to get it fixed. And they had to bring in an engineer. Guys, I've never been so impatient on a flight in my life. I was like, can we just take off? Like, can we just... But then obviously I was, you know, thanking the Lord that people are doing their due diligence, and this is why I love pilots and all these guys, because they're the most competent people ever. And obviously they're making sure that it was safe for us to fly and they got us safely from A to B. So shout out to the pilots and the cabin crew. Yeah, we're back in the United Kingdoms. Sometimes I forget I got my tongue pierced. That's crazy.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Italy vlogs. I hope you guys are proud of me. And yeah, if life's a game, let's play to win. I'm going to be doing a debrief video, so check that out.